Okafor Chidumeje, CEO at OurDrKing Foundation Nigeria, convener, trade-a-thon, the Lupus Day. The Lupus Day. Okafor Chidumeje, CEO at OurDrKing Foundation Nigeria, convener, trade-a-thon, the Lupus Day. Okay, I will be giving you hints. I'm going to give you a short story now, but I'll give you hints of the story before harmonizing the story. Okay, so look at this. My boss was about going to Kaduna for a meeting. 2 days before he left, there was something that needed to be fixed in his kitchen. So I was living in another street, entirely another street, but there's something that needed to be fixed in his kitchen. So he gave me the key from the back. That's the key from the kitchen. That the kitchen is from the back to get into the kitchen so that it will be fixed. So I took a plumber, went there, fixed the stuff, but I wasn't able to give him back the key before his departure on 2 days later. So I still had the key. I'm still giving you hints. His wife will be leaving for Accra, Ghana, via transport. All their movement is going to be by land transport. Going to Accra via land transport that same day. The younger sister to the wife will be going to Abuja that same day for a program. So that means the house is going to be empty. So now let me go into this story. Okay. So in addition, the day my oga left, there was no light all through the night before he left. So he didn't charge his phone. The power bank was down. So that means his phone was almost switched off by the time he was leaving. I was the only one left behind. I wasn't living with them in the same street. I don't live with them at all. I just work under him in the office and we have very good relationship. So on the day of the departure, my oga told me, because I was in the office, my oga told me that he will be leaving today by 10 o'clock. So that if there's any problem, I should call. If there's any problem in the office, I should let him know. So I said, okay. So my oga, from the arrangement, my oga told me he was going to be going with the last girl. The last girl should be around 4 years old. There is also a clinical examination that the girl was meant to undergo in Kaduna when they get to that meeting. So he will need to go with the girl. Or if he doesn't go with the girl might end up going with the younger sister to the wife, who she's very fond of, to Abuja. The younger sister will now likely bring the girl from Abuja to Kaduna the next day. If the arrangement doesn't work out, the wife might end up going with all her kids to the village. That was the arrangement. Okay, so everybody departed. The departure time was 10 a.m. Everybody left. The oga told me my wife has gone, my sister has gone, and then he told me he has gone and prayed for me over the phone. So I was in the office. My dismissal time is usually 4 p.m. But because most patients that came wanted to see my oga, it took them time to know my oga wasn't coming around, so they ended up allowing me to see them. So my departure time now became 6 p.m. So by 6 p.m. I would have left. I should leave my office that is closer to my street and just drive down to my street. My oga's street is like 2 streets away from my street. That means it's farther from the office. So I drove down to my house, entered my house, took my bath, ate my dinner, ate my lunch, and I was about lying down on the bed. I just closed my eyes briefly when I heard a knock on the door. Now, this is meant to be like a trance, or if you can call it a dream. Somebody knocked on the door. When I woke up in the trance and went to open the door, I saw a woman. The woman said, that this girl has been knocking on the door for long ago. I said, which door? He pointed at the toilet. So I went to the toilet. I was about opening the door. I woke up. Now this is just a trance. So when I woke up, I became disturbed. It was now roughly around 6:50 p.m. So I was living in a self-contained, so there is no other bedroom door or toilet door outside another door. Every door is within that same complex, so there is no other door. The only other door is the door that leads to the outside the compound. So you have to understand why I got a little bit confused. But this is a trance, so but I was disturbed. I just said a little prayer. After that saying a little prayer, I couldn't sleep anymore. I tried my gas line. Just like I told you, the phone is switched off, and that journey was meant to be roughly 6 to 8 hours journey. In fact, 8 hours journey. By the time you finish crossing all the 1 million police, checkpoints, it will be getting to roughly 8 hours. So I continued. I couldn't get him on the phone. So what did I now do? I stepped out, and for some reasons, I just decided to step down towards my Oga street. Now, I started feeling maybe my Oga didn't go again. I don't know. I just started feeling maybe he didn't go again. So I just decided to go around there, maybe just peep into the compound. So I was bored, more like. So I went down to the street, looked to his compound. The gate light was on. So just peeped through the wall, looked inside, saw the neighbor. He has a neighbor he is a two complex, so the neighbor is in the compound. I just waved at the neighbor. The neighbor told me, "Your guy don't come out." And I said yes. So I left. After a while, I decided to go back in. So I went back in to that same spot, looked at that house, and just decided to go in. So I went through the gates, went into the compound, stood before the compound, tried my Oga's phone again. It wasn't ringing. I turned my back to leave the compound and go home because it was getting darker. Something in me just said, why not just be sure, just go around, be sure everything is all right. I mean, this is your gas compound. So I said, okay. I went in. I went around the compound. As I got towards the kitchen, that was where we went in from. And that thing just told me, why not I just check and be sure that plumbing job, because I actually, after that plumbing job, I've not gone into that place again. Why not just confirm that plumbing job was good? After all, I have the key to this place. I called my Oga's phone again. My Oga's phone was not ringing. I sent a message. I sent the message. I said, Oga, that I came around your compound, so I decided to go into the kitchen to confirm that plumbing job was well done, because I have not checked since that time. I sent that message and then unlocked the kitchen door, went inside. To be sincere with you, something was moving me. I did not check the plumbing job. So what did I do? I went in again, went to the door, from the door to the kitchen leading to the parlor. I opened the door, went into the parlor. Then I remembered the trance. In that trance, the door I was looking at, the bedroom door, was clearly similar like to the door I saw in that trance. So I just went to that door. It was locked from outside. I opened that door and saw my Oga's 4-year-old child lying down on the floor. It was dark, and of course I was using my phone touch. So immediately she saw me, she started crying. She has torn the tissue paper to pieces, wet all over. Possibly she was playing with the water from the toilet, or was drinking it. I don't know how long she has stayed there. Now I'm telling you that this is around 8 p.m. now, and my Oga left around 10 a.m. So you can look at the hours. I gently carried her, locked the door, started coming outside. I took her down to my house. My Oga's phone was still switched off all through the next day. I was able to get my Oga's phone by Chidumeje, CEO at OurDrKing Foundation Nigeria, convener, that was when I informed him. The Lupus Day.